Zach Flores is the quarterback, number 10. He's going to send a man in motion. He's going to roll to the Oh! Oh, hello!
We are not from the north side.
We are not from the south side.
And we're not from the east side.
Inside handoff, 30-yard line, 35 to the corner to the 40. He might go 45-yard line to the end zone, touchdown.
We are Weslaco.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sam's Stadium for a 32-5A football match between the Weslaco Panthers and the Raiders of Brownsville Rivera. It's a Thursday night ball game, the last away game of the season for the Panthers this year, who are 1-7 on the season, against another team that's 1-7. So it could be an interesting ball game out here tonight. Not very many people in the park. That tends to tell itself at 1-7. But I'll tell you what, after last week's ball game, the Panthers lost to San Benito. They looked great in the second half, probably the best they've looked all year offensively. And let's just hope that there's a carryover here tonight against the Rivera Raiders. So we're just about ready to go. The Panthers are ready to kick off. We got a big wind out here tonight, and that's going to play a factor before this one is over with. Bocanegra is going to kick off. We'll try to get the players for Brownsville Rivera as we kind of sit back in our monitor here. And we're ready to go. The Panthers will be going from left to right across your TV screen. And let's just see what's going on here. We'll try to get a little picture of the visiting the Raiders. We can get Roth to hone in on the running backs here, who the running backs are. And they are deep. Like I said, the wind is who's got number 4 is deep. Number 12 and number 4 for Brownsville Rivera. So we're about ready to go with tonight's game. And Bocanegra are going to kick off. Got Joey Cavillo up in the booth with him tonight, kind of pinch hitting.
Thank you, Jerry.
And we're ready to go. Kick off. Good wind out there tonight, Joey. It's going to affect the ball game. We hit the 5-yard line. Picked up there. Still going. And along the Panther bench up to near the 40-yard line. And a good run back that time by the Raider return man. And that's where they'll take over the ball. Don't know anything about this team at all, Joey. They've struggled, I know, offensively all year long.
Well, we talked about this off the air, Terry, that the Panthers were coming into this game not really knowing too much about Rivera. They didn't expect them to really play them in a situation where they need to win.
Right.
They normally play this team thinking, we're going to win no matter what.
Well, help me out with some numbers here. They're on the 37-yard line. I believe that's number 12. I'm not.
Number 12.
Yeah.
That is Nate Nevarez.
Yep. Hand off inside. Got a little running room and up to about the 45-yard line. Boy, they ran right up the middle that time.
Josue Gobeo.
Okay, that was number 12 or 25 on the carry for Rivera. Josue Gobeo. Okay, we're getting a little help here with our monitor.
Well, Terry, we were talking about this off air, and we were hoping the Panthers would come into this game like they ended up the San Benito game, and really coming in and surprising.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. That I was impressed. Probably the best I've seen him play all year long. Handoff again, coming to the 45, tripped up. No, back against the grain. Going to get a first down that time. I believe that might be Gobea again, but he didn't get the yardage as easy this time as he did the first time, and the Panthers were able to stop that down.
But one of the few teams that we don't see in the spread offense, Terry, I don't think they believe in that quarterback as much as other teams do. And normally we see the spread offense with the best player being in the quarterback position. I guess they don't see that. As soon as I say that, they come into a spread offense.
Yeah, there we go. It's either number 10 or number 12.
Number 12.
Number 12, Navarros. And he's going to take it, and he's going to roll to his right. He didn't even look to run, and he's got good ground up into Panther territory about the 44. Picked up about 7 or 8 yards on the play, so they ran the ball 3 times, and 2 of the 3 have been very effective against the Panther defense.
Well, Terry, one of the things about the Rivera is they're very young. They're a junior and sophomore laden team, so we don't expect a lot from them. Most people in the district did not expect a lot from them,
Yep.
and that's why they're in the position they are. They're looking for their second win, just like the Panthers are, and they're looking for their second win of the district.
Yeah, they've won one district game so far this year, and mathematically they're still in it, believe it or not. And the first down to about the 39-yard line. And Gouveia again, he's their leading rusher, I guess. He's the only man that's touched the ball, other than the quarterback did one time. And that's their second first down as they move the stick. They got this ball on the Panther, or on their own 37. They've marched to the Panther 39. As I mentioned, Joey, it is very windy out here, and it's going to have an effect on the game if it's a close one, where a field goal might make the difference.
And believe it or not, it's actually calmed down compared to when we got here, Terry.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah, but 5:30, 6 o'clock this evening, it was kind of windy. Front blowing through here. Little reverse coming back the other way, kind of a shovel pass, and breaking a tackle inside the 35 to the 33-yard line again. And this time it's 35 running the football, and that is Alex Moran. And so far they've ran the football. That looked like a little tricky play. It looked like maybe there was going to be a reverse, but he ducked up underneath, kind of that inside shovel pass, really what it was. Technically it was a forward pass.
And you just had the pulling guards going. And Jacob Lugo doing a great job shedding his blocker, making sure that the running back, instead of going outside, went inside.
Second down and 2. Handoff again. This time the Panthers are going to stop him, and that's the first time really they've effectively stopped the runner. And a good play that time for the Panthers anyway, number 58. And that is Danny Rodriguez, also number 45 in on the stop for Weslaco, Michael Sine. So they were the two main tacklers, actually lost about a yard or so on the play. And the black, actually the school colors are black and red, but they almost look like they're black and white out there.
Well, they have that silver
and
numbers.
It
makes
silver.
it hard to see for you.
All right, here we go. Third down for the Raiders. Little movement around. Fake the hand up. Now the quarterback takes it, and he's got the first down and then some inside to about the 20-yard line. He is quick.
He hit that hole really quickly, Terry. By the time we knew it, he was already past in the secondary.
Well, that might be the story. Run against the Panthers. The Panthers have had trouble stopping teams this year. I think the lowest point outlet that they've given up the entire season was 18 against Edinburgh.
Well, if you notice, Terry, that was the same play, almost identical, that San Benito ran up the middle with a quarterback, and that's what gained a lot of yardage.
All right, 1st and 10 down to the red zone, the 20-yard line in Panther territory, as the Raiders are taking this opening drive and moving. Handoff to Gouveia, and he's just gonna push his body down to about the 15-yard line. He picked up pretty much 5 on his own. In on the stop for Weslaco.
Jacob Chapa.
Yep, number 80, is that 86?
86.
Yep. Okay. He got 5. It's 2nd and 5, and they haven't. They just keep moving the football.
And I was talking about the San Benito game. Every single game this year, Terry, we've been weak in the middle. That's where they've been running with the quarterbacks. Every time they're coming to spread offense.
As I mentioned, Rivera is not really a big-time scoring team, but they're making it look easy here on the opening drives. Handoff again. Gouveia down to the 10, inside the 10, down to about the 5 or 4 yard line. It's going to bring up first down and goal to go. And right now, Joey, they're just running between the tackles. They're not going outside at all. They're running between the tackles and just pushing. That's just power football.
Yeah, this is basically similar to the way San Benito games started out, Terry.
Yeah.
Between the quarterback and the running back, running down the middle and getting big yardage every time they did that.
All right, first down and goal to go from the 5 yard line. It has been just a push forward for Rivera, just straight ahead between the tackles. Handoff Gouveia again inside. He's
fumbled.
He fumbled. Let's see who's got it.
They're signaling Panthers.
Yep.
No?
Yes, I think so. Nope.
Nope, they're signaling third down.
Third down, yep.
It looked like for a while he signaled the Panthers had got it.
Actually, is it second? I think it's 2nd and goal. Yeah.
2nd and goal.
Yeah.
So
he got down to the 1 yard line.
You couldn't see his fingers from way up here.
Well, he got down there and then it pushed him back a little bit. 2nd down, goal to go from the 1 yard line. Rivera, mostly Gouveia and then some Navarez, and that's been it. Handoff.
Gouveia.
He just dives in.
He's short.
Well, the referee's coming from the side. I don't think he made it, to be honest with you. But he put that one hand up. That tells me he didn't make it. The side judge determines it, right?
I don't know why he jumped at that, Terry. I mean, he was going to make it. He jumped over some down linemen. but the linebacker was right there and stopped him cold.
Well, we're looking at our monitor. That ball is inside the 1, right on the goal line. Down there for Weslaco on the goal line stand, right in the middle of the pile, number 46, Jimmy Montez. But this should be a breeze here. 3rd down and goal to go from inside the 1. Look for the quarterback possibly to keep the football. Nope. Gouveia just pushes ahead. Touchdown. So just a little over 6 minutes, a 6-minute and 2-minute drive of 63 yards. And Rivera is in the end zone.
Yeah, not a good start to the game. The Panthers won. One of the things about Brownsville we always have, Terry, I know you love this, being right next to the band, we can hardly hear ourselves at times. Brownsville Rivera showing what they've got in quarterback and running back style, actually going with a running back in the small yardage situations.
All right, number 33 is going to do the extra point duties here for Rivera. Kick up and right through the middle, and it's good. 7-0 our score, the Raiders over the Panthers.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of careers.
The Career and Technical Education Programs
has a class for you. Sign up for CATE classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
All right, that didn't take long, Joey.
What are we expecting from the Panthers offensively, Terry?
Well, who knows? We saw 2 different offenses last week against San Benito. One in the first half that didn't get a lot of yards, and the one in the second half looked awesome. We've got John Rojas out there. Let's see where actually it's RC Cervantes on this side, John Rojas on the other side. They've been the go-to guys all year long.
And John Rojas did very good last week against the in the kickoff special teams. He had some great yardage that he never had before.
Well, John Rojas ended up with 92 yards rushing last week. Ryan Flores led the way with 94 yards rushing last week. So
Ryan Flores is the workhorse of the Panthers league.
Yep. All right, here we go. And the ball drops off the tee. I told you the wind is going to have an influence out there tonight. Yeah, well, there's a cold front supposed to be blowing through the Rio Grande Valley this evening, so we might get our feathers wet before this one's over with.
Well, this is the kind of feel for it, Terry.
Yep. Kicking is Saul Cortez.
Funny shoes.
Yeah, down the middle. Somebody's going to have to come get it. RC Cervantes picks it up at the 15. Now he tries to come back, trying to find an opening, trying to get to the 20, breaks it to the 25, up to about the 30. Nice little run that time by RC as he kind of picked his holes around there. And the Panthers will take over the ball at about the 32-yard line. For the Panthers, that's not actually too bad a field position after a kickoff.
No, and RC Cervantes
this year, yeah.
And RC Cervantes doing a great job making something out of nothing.
All right. Ball on the 32-yard line, and let's see which offense does come out. Whichever way, it's probably going to be Nathan Alvarado is going to be the quarterback. And I look out there. I know Rojas is on the field. And the Panthers coming from behind. They trail 7-0. They're going to start out of a shotgun here tonight. And Alvarado with Rojas in motion. He's got the ball behind his blocking. 35, 40 down the sideline. There he goes. John Rojas, 40, 35, got one man to beat. Pushes him away, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 5 or 6 yard line. John Rojas from the 32 all the way down to about the 6 yard line. And the Panthers are striking early here. Little spread offense, and we're going to change hitters in the middle of the inning here. We got Carlos Robledo's going to be with us in just a second. And what a run that time by John Rojas. They finally mark it at the 10. That's 40. That's a 58-yard run, first play from scrimmage by the Panthers here to start out and trying to retaliate from this touchdown that was scored on them. So we could have an offensive show tonight. First down on the 10. Hand off to Ryan Flores. Cuts inside. Still going down near the 5. Inside, just around the 5 yard line. And let's see where they find a marker. Right at the 5. It's going to bring up second down and goal to go. The ball at the start was just inside the 10. So they're going to have to take it into the end zone if they're going to score. So the Panthers on the move here. A big opening play by John Rojas of 58 yards, and that got him going. Inside handoff, big man Flores into the end zone. Touchdown, Weslaco. Ryan Flores, who had 94 yards rushing last week against San Benito, and the Panthers didn't take long to respond at all. About a minute on that drive, Carlos, and they're into the end zone, a touchdown, Weslaco.
And that's what you're going to see by the Weslaco Panthers, not giving up on the play at all here. Down 7-0. You got to come down here and score and answer that, and that's what they did. Good job by the Panthers keeping up here and getting right back into this football game.
Okay, Bocanegra will try the extra point, try to tie this thing up. Low snap, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:58 left to go in the first quarter, it's 7-7, the Panthers and the Raiders.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Garrett class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you.
Well, we were wondering what team was going to show up. Carlos, you were busy with a game of your own last week with Weslaco East and Mercedes. But Joey and I covered a game at San Benito. It was like a tale of two cities, the old Charles Dickens novel. The Panthers looked bad in the first half, just to be honest with you. They were down 37-0. But the second half, it was like we were watching a whole different team. The best I've seen the Panthers play all year long. They come out and scored 28 points against San Benito, and this is the team that we saw in the second half a week ago against San Benito. A wide open team. All right, back to the 5-yard line, picked up there. And down, oh, good special teams coverage back there inside the 20. Some of the best they've seen all year long.
Well, what we're going to have to see from the Panthers here is that continuation from last week. You know, sometimes that happens in football games where you have a bad half and you come back and you play a good second half, and then it continues on. It can continue on to the next game. It can continue on into the next season. And, you know, the Panthers, they're out of the playoff contention here with, 2 more games left in the football season, but they're going to be playing out hard. And hopefully, what continued and what started last week can continue on to this week, next week, and then into next year as well.
Okay, Nate Navarros is the quarterback, number 12. So far, the big runner's been Govea. Navarros is going to take it this time. The Panthers have got him, and down he goes. Montiel trying to strip the ball away from him. But that's the best they've handled this young man so far in the ball game.
Nice job by R.C. Cervantes coming up right there, playing the linebacker position. You had the running back coming to him or the quarterback coming right in him, and he was going to make that tackle. The quarterback had to cut right back in there. That's where the swarm of the Weslaco Panther defense was to bring him down. Good job, R.C.
Yeah, R.C.'s gone to the other. R.C.'s playing both sides of the ball right now. All right, loss of about 3 on the play, second down and 13. Ball at about the 15-16. Hand off to Govea. He only breaks up, maybe gets to the 20, but that's about it. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. And right now, for the first time tonight, Brownsville Rivera facing third down in a very long situation. Actually, about 3rd and 8. Let's see what kind of a passing attack they have.
Yeah, they're going to be passing against a pretty, kind of a crosswind, kind of looking for the flag here.
It is strong.
Whatever, whether it's going to be a crossing wind or in-your-face wind, it's going to be a strong wind here tonight. We've had these gusting winds over the past couple of days, 25, 35-mile-per-hour winds. It's going to be a factor in this game tonight.
We've seen both teams kick off. We've seen the ball blown off the tee a couple of different times. All right, 3rd down and about 8 yards to go. Govea is going to take off and run. He cuts up. No, down he goes at the 25. Nice little tackle that time by the Panthers, number 34, in on the stop for Weslaco, and that is Lionel Anciso. So they're going to be short. They're going to be kicking into the wind, and let's see how this works.
Yeah, that's going to help that Panther offense here get the ball in good field position. But good job by that defense, not giving up the big play. Had an opportunity to go out there and get the first down. Instead, the quarterback has to jump for it, and he comes up short.
Well, the first time tonight, Carlos Rivera touched the ball. They went 63 yards and marched down the field like nobody's business. This time, though, it's a little tougher. All right, here's the kick coming. And picked up at the 49-yard line. R.C. Cervantes down about the 45-yard line. we got away with one, didn't get the roughing the kicker, and then the Panthers are going to get some great field position at the Raider 45.
Well, it looked like that one may have been partially blocked. A lot of penetration right there by the Panthers. Get it to the backfield, and they may have tipped that one. I don't know if it was tipped or just a knuckleballer just came down the field there, but definitely a lot of penetration there by the Panthers special teams. And yeah, here we go. Panthers in great field position here.
All right, they break the huddle at the 46. They're going to mark at the 46-yard line. Nathan Alvarado, the quarterback, man in motion. And inside handoff down the field. That's Ralph Garcia. Man, where did he pick up that speed? Down to the 20. Go get him, Ralph. He's been the 1-yard man and the inside, kind of taking the garbage picks. At that time, he looked good.
Well, Ralph Garcia, you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right for this young man, but he's actually going right up the middle. And those big boys up front, you got that big offensive line there opening up some holes for Garcia.
Yeah, he got some nice yardage that time from the 46 down to the 22-yard line. That's a 24-yard run by Ralph Garcia. This time they go to Rojas as he tries to cut back against the grain. Now he's trying to put the move on, a little shake and bake, down inside to about the 11 or 12-yard line. John Rojas, who, remember, the very first play from scrimmage for the Panthers tonight, rumbled 54 yards, and he picked up a few there.
Yeah, Rojas, he's been one of the bright spots for this Panther offense out there, moving and juking and trying to make people miss. He did, but this one's coming back, Terry. Looks like we have a holding against the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a tough break. With that 54-yard run that time, Carlos, on the very first play from scrimmage, he went over 1,000 yards for the year.
Nice. That's very nice to see. Him do. He's been a battle. He's been one of those guys who's been battling all season long, and this guy's just a junior. He'll be coming back for next year.
How can you have a penalty from the 10 all the way back to about the 33-yard line? That's a big one. That's going to bring up first down and 20. The Panthers, the second half against San Benito last week, boy, they went to a wide open offense. They were throwing the ball, they were running the ball, and I mean, they were just totally dominant and really just came out of nowhere and really did a great job. Alvarado now this big shift on up under center. Handoff coming to the corner, trying to get outside, and they sling him down. Oh my, at the 32-yard line. Rojas, he ridden to the ground hard. Actually, I think that's R.C. Cervantes. Nope, Rojas, I think it was right the first time. He lost, maybe a yard?
Yeah, he lost a yard. Look, once again, juking, moving, and grooving out there. And sometimes you get a lot of penetration by the defense there, and those moves aren't going to work. So Rojas doing his best to try to get out there. Not a lot of blocking out there for him. He had tried to make something out of nothing there.
Well, second down and long yardage to go. Panthers have yet to put the ball up in the air. In fact, I haven't seen a pass by either team. That wind, like I said, is going to affect the passing game one way or another. All right, there's that shift again. Now strong left. Pitch out coming behind the blocking Ryan Flores. 30. Carries down to the 25-yard line. Ryan is one of those ball carriers that can carry tacklers with him. And he gets it down to about the 25 or 26. That's going to bring up maybe third down and about 12 or 13 yards to go.
Yeah, you had a big shift over there. Now the Panthers doing this is something we haven't seen, at least in previous years. I haven't done as many Panther games, but they start off on one side and they shift to the other. And then you got basically, three guys out there to block and try to make some holes.
Well, we've got time out on the floor, on the field. 31.6 seconds to go to first quarter break. It's 7-7 here at Sam Stadium.
Tired of just sitting and not doing anything with your life? Become proficient in the medical field. Learn the electronic configurations of a car. Acquire the skills of construction. Design and build your own computer. Become the broadcasters of tomorrow. For additional information, contact your counselor or career and technical department.
Well, both teams coming back on the field, and of course we always get a treat when we come to Sam Stadium. We've got the band right down to our left, and they're going after the one way to keep the band quiet. That's to score a lot of touchdowns, get ahead of the other team, and you can kind of quiet them down. But Carlos, I got to believe this is 4-down territory, even though it's third down and 13. They are on the 25-yard line of the Raiders, and let's see what they do here. Nope, Alvarado's going to throw over the middle. He's got a receiver and just underthrows him about the 5-yard line. Good effort that time, but and a good pick by Nathan to kind of hide the pass.
Yeah, and first of all, what you're going to have here is just a quick snap, Terry, so that kind of gets Rivera, a little off right there, but they get a little bit of penetration, and Alvarado trying to get the ball down the field. He throws it up there, just trying to get rid of it, trying to get something going here. But, yeah, you're exactly right. You're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, you're 25-yard line. You might as well go for it again. You got to pick up about 12 or 13 yards.
No, they're going to try a long field goal right here.
Oh, my goodness. Is that Bocanegra? Well, the wind, there is a wind out here tonight. It would be a 42-yarder if he can get it. Here's the kick. Well, let's see. No, and I'll tell you what, just under the crossbar. He didn't miss by much. If he'd have been 5 yards in, I think he would have had it. But anyway, Rivera will take over the ball with 19.1 seconds to go. We're still tied at 7 apiece. The final away game of the 2009 season for the Panthers, one they would like to kind of forget about, but always nice if you can go out on a high, win a game or two, and maybe that's your memories of the season.
And those you're going to have your ups and downs. If you're a Panther supporter, you're going to have to follow this team through the good times and the bad times, and just having a tough year. But this is a team, like I said, they're a young team, and look out for them next year.
All right, Navarro's number 12 is pointing things out. Not too much time here left in this quarter. Handoff to Gouveia, and he didn't get much. The Panther defense, since that first drive, has stiffened up a lot. And that might do it as the clock is down to about 5 seconds to go. And after 1 quarter of play from Sam Stadium, the score of the Panthers 7 and the Raiders 7.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
La educación de una carrera técnica ofrece entrenamiento activo.
Construyendo mi futuro. Diseño de tecnología me da la experiencia de un trabajo real.
Un paso adelante para obtener el futuro como siempre había soñado.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
Yo tengo la llave.
Para más información, comunícate con el consejero de tu escuela o con el departamento de las carreras técnicas.
Well, as they come to the other end of the field, I believe the north end of the field, the ball on the 25-yard line, right there by the UIL sign. It is 2nd down and 10 to go. No gain on that last run by Gouveia, number 25, who's been their main ball carrier. He scored their only touchdown on about a 1 or 2 yard plunge, but he had some big yardage on that first drive of the ball game. So here we go, first play here in the second quarter. Navarro's the quarterback, looking it over. He's going to throw one out in the flat. Got his receiver at the 25 and down the field. Only got one man to beat and knocked out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. First pass of the game by the Raiders, and just a little flare out to the side. And after the catch, they picked up about 25 yards.
Yeah, that's a lot of speed there by the receiver. And he had to actually bobbled that ball a little bit. The quarterback did, throws it to his receiver. Then he takes off running, and he just looked like he had a shot at the end zone with that so much speed. But good job right here by Eric Hernandez, number 29, to get down the field quickly. The junior for the Weslaco Panthers made the tackle deep downfield, but he never gave up on the play.
All right, the Raiders at the midfield mark. As Navarro looks the field over, he's got a couple of receivers on both ends. Hand off to Gouveia, slips the tackle, and down he goes. Good tackle. He was on his back when he made the tackle. And that's number 46 for Weslaco. And I'll tell you, he almost made a solo tackle. He was down on the ground, and he had enough strength to knock the ball carrier down, and that is Jimmy Montez.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Jimmy, number 46 right there, and he was battling. He was actually battling one of the blockers, trying to get rid of him and able to make it just to get a hand on the running back there and make the tackle. Good job there by Jimmy.
Maybe a half-yard gain at most, just inside the Panther territory. 2nd down and a long 9. Nope, they're going to throw it again down the field, and with the wind, they're finally throwing the ball up, and they dropped the ball. They had the receiver down. In fact, the quarterback was the receiver. They had a new quarterback in. They brought in number 10 as the quarterback. That is J.J. Sanchez. He threw to the other quarterback, number 12, Navarro, who was a receiver. And notice the strategy. With the wind with him now, they've turned it around, and they're starting to throw the football a little bit more.
And that's what the wind can do to you. The elements, as we call them, always playing a factor in the football games. And here we go with the Raiders coming out here and doing a little bit of passing, and this is kind of what we expected to see from this football team. Jim Helms loves to pass the football.
Is he the head coach here?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, it is 3rd down and 9. Big play for the Panther defense here. They're going to look to throw again now, trying to flush out of the pocket. They got a receiver, and almost picked up. They're going to call a flag immediately. Oh, I can't see that as a pass interference at all. Michael Sines, the linebacker, was on the receiver that time. And it looked like they were both going for the ball at the same time is what I saw.
We'll check the flag right here, Terry. But I thought if Michael Sines got there, I thought he intercepted the ball. Illegal man downfield.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep.
That was a quick flag too. I mean, that flag was on the ground before there was contact.
Yeah, I think that flag came down because he saw an illegal man, cross the line of scrimmage there, and then the impact, and so everyone's thinking it was going to be some type of pass interference. But no, Michael Sines got there at the same time as the ball and almost picked that one off.
Now, is this one of those penalties where you lose a down? Sometimes there are some penalties where you lose your down. You don't keep the down. Okay, they're going to repeat the down. The referee's mic'd up tonight.
That always helps.
Yep. So 3rd down and about 13 to go, and yeah, they're starting to throw the football. They being the Raiders right now, but they have a new quarterback. J.J. Sanchez is throwing him. Showing blitz. Fake. Again, Sanchez down the field. And everybody turned around. That ball was way over everybody's head. That once again, this is Navarro's, who started the game and led the team down the field as the quarterback, but he was the running quarterback. Never threw a pass, and now he's in there as a wide receiver.
Yeah, and he was trying to get down the field there, run a little flag pattern, but he got a little mixed up over there with our DB. One of our DBs over there doing a good job of coverage. And I'm talking about, well, he's not on our roster. Yeah, R.C. Cervantes, of course. He was out there with great coverage as a safety.
Yeah, the receiver got his legs kind of turned around, and he really never had a chance to get to it. Well, the line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line, they went behind him. Here's the punt. Good one this time. And picked up at about the 10-yard line, trying to get to the outside, to the 15, to the 20, and out of bounds. That's R.C. Cervantes. This guy, the last couple of weeks, Carlos has done everything but sell popcorn. He's playing offense, he's playing defense, and he's doing a great job out there.
Well, you got some good players on this football team, like R.C. Cervantes, junior, and then you also have, take a look at John Rojas. He's another junior, so you got some key players that'll be coming back from this year. They're going to be playing next year. So, you got a couple of these key guys here. You're always trying to look for some athletes to build on, and those are going to be two of their athletes for next year.
Got a flag on the Panthers, block in the back. This is going to take it half the distance to the goal, so the Panthers, not only against the wind, are going to have to start back at their own, where they're going to mark the ball. At about the 6-yard line, it appears.
How about that Weslaco defense? Keeping that drive in check as the Raiders come out, do a lot of passing. The Panther defense able to hold them and force the punt.
All right, the Panthers starting at the 6-yard line, 94 yards away. Man in motion, under center. Long snap count. Inside handoff to Ralph Garcia. Gets up over the 10. Nice run that time by Ralph Garcia. Actually, looks like it got up to the 15-yard line. He's going to be real close, it looks like, to a first down. Nice little run by Ralph.
And that's what you like to see there, coming out playing hard-nosed football. You can run to the outside, you can run, but Garcia looks like he's running best when he's running in between the tackles. He's a downhill runner, and he does a really good job on that play.
All right, Martinez, the wide receiver, brings in the play as he does almost every time. 2nd down and short yardage. Alvarado up under center this time. Handoff inside again, and this time they're going to get him. I don't think he's got enough for the first time. Ralph Garcia again, and didn't fool anybody.
You got some big boys up there. Look at the big old number 50 there. He looks like he's could bench press a good 350, maybe 400 pounds for the Raiders. He was just stopping things right up the middle. You try to move him out of the way, unable to do much. There's going to be a penalty, Terry.
Oh, is this against the Raiders?
Yeah,
I think it is. Hey, I didn't even see the yellow flag either.
That's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
That's good. That'll get them out from that 6-yard line. That's kind of scary territory back there.
But if the Panthers are going to be successful here, they're going to have to take care of that big boy, number 50, for the Raiders. He looks like one of those guys that you're going to have to stop. He's playing right there, nose tackle for the Raiders.
All right, the ball, first down. The Panthers have it. John Rojas, no, that's Ryan Flores, still on his feet and pushing bodies all the way up to the 34-yard line. Ryan Flores, who had 94 yards rushing a week ago against San Benito.
And now the Weslaco Panthers doing a good job of changing things up. You don't know what you're going to get from the Panthers. Are they going to be shifting from the right to the left, or they're going to go up the middle? This time they go on a quick snap. So they're really doing a really good job of keeping that Raider defense off balance. You never know what you're going to get from them.
They were very predictable the first half, and they were very predictable in the first half last week against San Benito. Then it's kind of like, okay, here's a playbook. I'll throw it out the door. And boy, they're just a whole different team out there. Inside handoff, that's Ralph Garcia. No, that's Ryan Flores. Up to about the 37-yard line, did a little spin that time. He runs more straight up and down. He's a big kid, and he doesn't do the juke and jive that Rojas does.
Yeah, and a part of this play right here, you saw Ryan Flores trying to go up the middle, had a little stutter step right at the line of scrimmage, and if you're a flash and dash type of guy, yeah, you can do that, but for Ryan Flores, he's best when he's hitting that hole and hitting that hole hard.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. In fact, earlier in the year, he's listed in the program as a linebacker, so he's getting a big chance to be a running back here. Second down and about 6. Hand off to Rojas behind his blocking. Still on his feet up to about the 47. Tripped up a little bit. He looked like he could have taken it all the way, but he's going to get the first down. The Panthers once again moving the sticks here in the second quarter.
What good eyes. You know, you always talk about running backs having good eyes because they can see those holes. Well, John Rojas, he had a couple of options right there. Do I take the first turn or do I take the second turn? The second turn is going to be to the outside, bouncing to the outside, but he saw a little seam right here off to the left-hand side right there, and he just took it, picked up a good 10 yards or so.
Yeah, he got to the fork in the road and decided to make that one turn here. First down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Very tight formation for the Panthers. Alvarado under center. Sees something he doesn't like, turns around and calls a timeout. So with 8:18 to go in the second quarter, still tied between the Panthers and the Raiders.
On April 1st, 2010, our nation will be counted. Every person, whoever they are, wherever they live. And what we learn will transform what we know about ourselves. The 2010 census, it's a new portrait of America.
All right, the Panthers coming on the field after that timeout. It looked like Carlos that Alvarado got there, and I didn't like what I see, and he used a timeout, and I'm sure Coach Tony V gave him some advice on this next play call. So to the center, or to the line, we come quickly. Hand off to Ryan Flores, trying to cut the middle, still on his feet, still going, down to about the 40, another first down for the Panther offense as they just keep moving the football.
And you like this Panther offense, you like what they're doing, a real methodical drive right here. It's a drive that started at the 6-yard line, and no big plays here, no 15, 20-yard runs, just good hard-nosed running. They're picking up 7, 8, 10 yards on this drive.
Yeah, last week after trailing at halftime, they had given up 37 points. They had given up 61 unanswered points, and it all said, okay, we turn around, and since then they have been a very good-looking team. Here we go, in motion, coming to wide. That is Cervantes to the 40, 35, and pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line into the bandstand and the markers over here, but nice little smooth run by R.C. Cervantes.
Yeah, and a nice little block here by Servando Herrera.
Yeah.
Servando Herrera making a good little block right here towards the end. He was coming out, and he had to get one of those linebackers down, threw his body out there, and just able to trip him up enough so that the running back can do a good job. Was that RC on the run?
Yeah, RC was. Servando Herrera has done a nice job of running or of blocking all year, and he's even scored a couple of touchdowns. He's real quick. Alvarado again, man in motion is Rojas, but an inside handoff to Ralph Garcia. Might have got a yard or two, and edging closer to that first down to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and the Weslaco Panthers now doing things, keeping them off balance. Run to the right, to the left, up the middle, quick snap, whatever it takes. They need to get a couple of yards here for the first, though.
RC doesn't play as much offensively as he used to because they've been using him so much on defense. But he does a good job. Rojas comes out. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Ryan Flores on a run, or I don't know. We'll wait and see here. Yep, that's who's got it. Cuts up inside. Boy, fighting the tackle, and he's not going to make it. They gang tackled him, and he even lost a yard or two. That's going to bring up fourth down and a big play for the Panther offense.
Ryan Flores, he's your big bruising back. When you need a couple of yards, you give it to him. And that time, they didn't even give him forward momentum, Terry. It looked like maybe he, with the forward momentum, picked up a yard, but he comes up a little bit short. So a big play right here for the Panthers.
Now, Rojas comes back on the field, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him either run it or and before they were always going to run it, but now you never know. Alvarado might step back and pass. In fact, Alvarado's the last one. No, Joe DeLeon, the last one into the huddle. But like I said, the last week, all of a sudden they started throwing the ball a lot more. Alvarado again, man in motion, fakes. Oh, a little option play. 35, 30 got the first down. 25. That's Rojas spins out around. Something using the quarterback a little bit and getting the option play, and it ran beautifully.
Yeah, well, good job there. Joe De Leon, an awesome job. And also coming up here, Ryan Flores, those two guys out there, they had to take out the corners, or not the corners, I should say, but there was a defensive end who was out there, defensive end and an outside linebacker. Those two guys had to knock them out so that they could turn the corner. He does that, and they get the first down.
All right, 1st and 10 at about the 23-yard line. Alvarado under center here. RC in motion. Pitch out to RC. He's going to throw the ball down into the end zone. The receiver is pushed and knocked down. No interference called. They've tried that about 5 games this year, but the pass was into the wind a little bit, and it was incomplete.
Well, they didn't bite. The DBs for the Rivera Raiders did not bite at all. And RC Cervantes decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there and see if I can get my receiver, Joseph Martinez, who was out there. But no, the DBs are both back to the corner and the safety with good coverage.
But didn't it look like he might have got pushed in the back a little bit right there before the ball cut through there. So 2nd down and 10 after the pass.
Officials calling a loose game here tonight.
In motion, Rojas. Inside handoff to Ryan Flores, and he might have got to the 20, might have picked up a couple, and now here we go with that 3rd down and long situation.
Ryan Flores never gave up on that play at all. You know, he was hit right about the 22, 23-yard line. He kept his feet moving. Good things happen when you keep your feet moving, and that's what he did right there to get a little bit beyond the – got it to about the 19.
19, he picked up maybe 3 or 4 on the play. Scoreboard says 3rd down and 6. If we get that 3 yards in a cloud of dust or a cloud of turf, we can get a first down here pretty quick. All right, Cardenas, the center, number 65, as they leads him out here. Quick handoff. Inside, Rojas to the middle of the field. Makes a juke and a touchdown. John Rojas, 19-yard, I'll call it a scamper.
That was very, very nice. Also, Rojas, once again, you bounce to the outside or go to the inside. If the seam is there, you go and use your speed, and that's what John Rojas did. 19 yards to the house.
Yep, and the Panthers are on the board and ahead for one of the few times this season in the first half. So they are ahead 13-7. Bocanegra going to try to add the extra point here. 5:25 to go in the 2nd quarter. Weslaco at Brownsville Rivera. Kind of a squibber on the way through, but it's good enough. The extra point is good, so the score now 14-7, the Panthers.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent. I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of dreams,
The Career and Technical Education Programs
has a class for you. Sign up for K classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
Kind of a sparse crowd out here at Sam Stadium tonight. And Carl, I was wondering what team was going to show up out here tonight. The team that played the first half or the team that played the second half?
Sure.
It's the team. It's the good team.
Yeah, it's a team that just rumbled down the field for 94 yards. Got to remember, this is a drive that started at the 6-yard line because of the penalty, and they did it with a mixture of running inside, outside, up the middle, off, whatever it took. But no big plays. The biggest play was that 19-yard run for the touchdown.
All right, Bocanegra will kick off with 5:25 to go. Let's see what the coverage is like. Down the middle, kind of a squibber. Who's going to pick it up? Somebody's got to go pick that thing up. Finally, they do. And Panthers all over the ball carrier, but he's up to about the 35-yard line. Good special teams coverage that time.
One of the things that nice long drive did, Terry, is that defense got a chance to rest. You know, we are in October, November, right around the corner.
Halloween.
But it's kind of humid here tonight. A little humid here on the 29th.
Yeah.
A little humid out here, so I don't think cramping will be a problem. But still, you're going to get tired. But the defense has had plenty of rest here in this football game because of the nice long drive and the ball control of the Panther offense.
Well, the wind has really kept the humidity down a little bit here. It's really a windy day. Here comes the quarterback to the right, still trying to stretch it out. 45 down the sideline. Can they get this guy? That's Navarez, and he's still on his feet, knocking guys down. Finally, Sabino Reyna. I'm not sure where they're going to stop this guy. No, we got a break. He only got to the 50, 49-yard line, and that's where they marked him out of bounds. But this is the guy that started the game at the quarterback, went to a wide receiver, he's back at the quarterback, and man, he is a hoss out there.
Well, he was just tiptoeing down the sideline right there, and they knocked Dominic Elmore. He's the one that had outside containment. They knocked him out of the play, and the rest was the QB. Quarterback just going down the field. Yeah, he just stepped out of bounds, though. If not, that would have been a big, and I don't know, we still would have stopped it, because towards the end, as I watched the replay, he was still trying to barrel over our Weslaco Panthers. He's just doing a good job. Good and hard-nosed running by him.
Well, they figured out maybe running is the way to get it done. But now the J.J. Sanchez, the other quarterback, number 10, into the ballgame. And Gouveia is still on his feet. Well, I'll tell you what, Raiders have come out with unbelievable determination. They are refusing to go down.
Well, it looks like Coach Helms talked to his team and his offense and said, hey, guys, you know, we're still in contention for a playoff spot here, and we need to come out here and play with a little bit more authority and more enthusiasm. And that's what we've seen in the last two plays, whether it's the quarterback or this one, Gouveia. Gouveia, you know, he was able to shed a couple of tacklers right there on that little run.
Yeah, him and Navarez were the two runners in that first drive that scored a touchdown, and they went away from that a little bit. Hand off to Gouveia again. This time they're going to trip him up. Not much yardage on first down, and he's trying to fight it, but a good play by Eric Hernandez, number 29, to trip him up, and then his teammates were able to stop him the rest of the way.
You know, when Coach Tom Chavez was here, the Rivera Raiders, they had an air attack.
Yeah.
They would air it out, you know, about 70% of the time. They would throw it left and right, and Coach Helms wants that. He's always had that air attack as well, but when your passing attack is not there, you got to run the football. And then you look at the size of that offensive line he has, it's not a bad choice to run the ball.
2nd down and 9. This is the passing quarterback that they have in there. And over to the side here, and well, I'll tell you, bring this guy down. They do a nice yardage loss. That's Sabino Reyna on the coverage and the tackle.
And also Dominic Elmore. There were a couple of guys that were out there. You know, Dominic Elmore and Sabino Reyna quick. Those are two guys that are real fast. And what you're going to do when you pass that ball out there and you just have that little quick hitch, you need to make a move. And if you can make a miss, then yeah, you could have some yardage. But Dominic Elmore and Sabino Reyna, two of the fastest guys on that football team for the Panthers.
39-yard line, 2nd down, actually 3rd down and about 10. We're down to about 3.5 minutes to go here to halftime. J.J. Sanchez is the quarterback. Snap, hands off inside. That's Gouveia, and he's still on his feet, still going inside the 20. And he's been the man so far tonight. Reyna brings him down, but not after he picked up about 20 yards.
Good hard-nosed run there by Gouveia, just going up the middle, and he made a couple of guys miss on the run. Good blocking, and you know, when you have good blocking like that down the field, there was some good blocking there by the offensive linemen as they got down the field quickly for the little run. Gouveia now, you know, the Raiders here, Jose Gouveia running with the football here with authority, but the Raiders, yeah, they're down in this football game. They need to put points on the board.
Ball on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Navarro is now the quarterback. He cuts up inside. He's still going to the outside. He's going to take it to the end zone and score. And that is number 12, Navarez. And just like that, Rivera has come back and trying to tie this thing up.
Yeah, you got to believe that Coach Jim Helms, he told his team something. It probably had something to do with the playoffs, and they came back with a vengeance right there. That was a good little drive. It started about the 25, 30-yard line. They rumbled down the field, and they're one extra point away from tying the game.
All right, 2:51 to go to halftime, and Navarez and Gouveia really have been the story for the Raiders tonight. When they've gone away to the passing game, they've struggled a little bit. The kick is up and good. So with 2:51 to go to halftime, tie score, the Panthers and the Raiders.
¡Aguas! ¿Has visto lo que pasa cuando cae el zacate? Lo mata. Lo mismo pasa con nuestra vida acuática. 1 litro puede contaminar hasta 250,000 galones de agua. ¿Quieres aceite con tu pescado a la hora de comer? Pues protege nuestro recurso natural más importante, el agua. ¡Hey! ¡No la riegues! la estás regando?
Pues claro.
No, estás desperdiciando el agua al regar al mediodía. El agua está corriendo por la calle. El fertilizante va a contaminar al río. Cuida nuestro recurso natural más importante, el agua. No la riegues.
Raiders kicking off, and one thing the Panthers did to start the game, the Panthers did start the game by kicking off, so this could be an extended drive here. Let's see how it works out.
Well, the Raiders, and remember, we're in Brownsville.
Yeah.
And whenever you're in Brownsville, you got a good kicker because they come over from the soccer teams, and Brownsville is known. They've got a couple of state champions here in the Brownsville School District, and when you have this wind, this one's probably going out of the end zone.
Didn't Rivera, I don't think Rivera's won the state, but they've been to the state finals or state semifinals a couple of times. I know Lopez and Porter have won it.
Right.
But I know Rivera has advanced a long way as well.
Yeah, they're always tough.
All right, Cervantes and Rojas deep for Weslaco. And that is about the fourth time tonight the ball has been blown off the kicking tee.
Been one of those weeks where the wind from the south just coming hard. We're expecting a cold front here tonight. Hasn't arrived yet. That'll shift the wind around.
I believe it's Sunday night or Monday morning. We had a little north wind. Now it's getting that south wind out there. We'll try it again, see if that ball stays on the tee. Good kick this time.
See ya.
Yep, that's the win. He kicked it over the inline on the fly. Rojas just turned around and looked at it like a Ryan Howard home run for the Philadelphia Phillies and said, okay, we'll go out and play this game from the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 20-yard line. Ralph Garcia going out of the game. So it looks like Rojas and Ryan Flores are going to be the running backs as we start this last drive, almost the 2-minute drive or the 2:51 drive here at Sam Stadium. The Panthers trying to get more points on the board.
Been a quick game.
Yep.
A lot of ball control by both teams here.
7 o'clock start. I always like those when they play the game in the middle of the week. Get out a little earlier. School night, long ways back to Weslaco. Alvarado, the quarterback. Rojas gets the handoff. Servando Herrera, great block outside, and up to about the 31-yard line goes John Rojas, but Servando Herrera, number 27, really led the way for Rojas.
That's what the Panthers need right here with the clock, under 3 minutes. They want to put points on the board and try to get a lead because in this football game, the defense are having a hard time stopping one another. So it looks like it's going to be one of those games where there's going to be a lot of scoring. So the Panthers, they probably had that mentality, hey, let's put points on the board because the Raiders just scored.
Yeah, both teams' running game tonight has been on. Rivera, of course, they've had a couple of rushing touchdowns, but so has Weslaco. Inside handoff and a fumble and still on the ground. He never got the handle, Rojas, and a turnover. Rivera's going to get the ball inside the 20-yard line. Big number, that's number 50 you were talking about, that big lineman there, Carlos. He's the man who came up with the ball.
Yeah, and they had him blocked well, but he was able to get away, and you got to just pick up that football. I know John Rojas is hoping for it to bounce back and he can make something happen there, but that's one of those times you see that ball on the ground, you just get on that ball and cover up quickly. This is not what the Panthers needed, losing the ball deep in their own territory.
Yeah, and the momentum that the Raiders have had, they're going to get the ball at about the 28-yard line. They be in the Raiders. And look for Navarez and look for Govea.
Yeah, and with anything, they're in field goal range.
Yeah, with that kicker.
With the kicker, yeah, and the win.
All right, Navarez, number 12, the quarterback, hands off to Govea. And, Dominic Elmore came into the pile and jumped on him from behind. He got down to about the 23-yard line. But what a play by Dominic Elmore to just kind of like a little pile driver there, just jump on the pile.
Yeah, and also, Jacob Chapa was also in on that play right there, and he was also in on that tackle, but, they were trying to move him out of the way, one of the big linemen, but he just kind of goes down and creates a pile, and there was no place for the running back to go.
That's pretty good. They actually stopped Govea. He got about 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 23-yard line. Once again, number 12, Navarez. And now he's going to take off and run. He beats Elmore. Elmore's still chasing. Now Elmore goes and gets him.
Good job.
Dominic Elmore, he had beaten Elmore, but Elmore never gave up on the play, and he got down to the 14-yard line, and Dominic just went and got him.
Yeah, Dominic Elmore, he's got that outside containment once again. He committed to the inside, and then once that happens, he had to, make up ground. And what do? Good little job by him by meeting him at the pass. You just got to take another angle, and hopefully you'll make that tackle, and that's what he did.
Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line, but I'll tell you, great effort, great pursuit by Dominic Elmore. First down and 10. Navarro's, number 12, looks it over. Hand off to Govea. This time, let's see if they can bring him down. I'll tell you what, this guy is strong. He gets it down about 2 or 3 yards after it looked like he was hit near the 15. And timeout on the play with a score of 14-14, the Raiders and the Panthers.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Gear Up class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you!
1:04 to go on the second quarter clock. It is second down and about 7 yards to go. The line of scrimmage, the 12-yard line, as both teams come out of the huddle there. The Panthers have one timeout, and the Raiders have 2 before halftime. So let's see how this one works its way out. Navarro's looks it over from right to left. He's got one running back with him, and he's going to take off himself. Gets to the outside. Good. Oh! Nice little tackle out there. I believe that's Dominic Elmore again. That's who it is.
And once again, having to get rid of blockers. Dominic Elmore, they're attacking him. They've gone to his side a couple of times, and he had to get rid of his blocker and still make the play. Good job by Dominic Elmore.
And the Raiders call another timeout. So that took about 9, almost 10 seconds. 55.7 seconds to go. And the Raiders burn another timeout. The ball down on the 9-yard line.
How about this Panther defense?
Yeah, they're doing good.
They're doing a good job here. They get the ball, about the 25-yard line, the Raiders did, and they're moving the ball quickly. But the Raiders have a couple things they got to worry about, not just the defense, but the clock. And if the Panthers can hold them here to at least a field goal, that'll be a little victory for them.
Either that or maybe come up with a turnover. Even a turnover would be nice here. So the teams are back on the field, and now we're down to one timeout apiece. But we've still got 55.7 seconds to go. Lots of time and a lot of room there. 9-yard line is where the ball is. Navarro looks around. He's going to run to his right, cuts back against the grain, and down he goes inside the 5, but he's going to get the first down inside there, and it'll be first down and 10. It looks like Chapa, number 86, is in on the stop for Weslaco.
Yeah, and that'll stop the clock at 50 seconds. The first down does, so.
I don't understand that. I'll tell you why. That only took 5 seconds. Now they're running the clock a little bit again because it only took him 5 seconds to run the play. And it's first down and goal to go from the 5. Navarro's hand off to Govea. And Chapa's going to try to haul him down. Chapa got a hold of him. He wasn't letting go. He got down to maybe the 3 or 4. And that's going to do it for the Raiders. They're going to use up their last timeout as the Panthers are hanging tough with 33 seconds to go.
Jacob Chapa, remember, this is the guy who scored a touchdown against Harlingen South. That first game of the season on offense, I don't even remember that. And then here we go. He's playing defense now. So some adjustments have been made by the coaching staff with this football team, bringing personnel from the offense over to the defense.
Well, he scored a 39-yard touchdown pass last week against San Benito, right over the middle. Like I said, Weslaco started opening things up in the second half with the passing, and Jacob Chapa was one of those that got a touchdown pass a week ago. And now he's over on the defensive side. And they also used Lugo as a tight end and on the defensive side as well.
Well, that's what you need to do. You need to bring over some guy. You need to bring over those athletes. And Chapa is one of those guys who's a senior on this football team. So, he wants some playing time.
Ball on about the 3-yard line. Second down and goal to go. Really, it's going to be up to, can the Panthers stop these guys? They're either going to go with Navarro or they're going to go with Govea. That's been the game plan so far. Govea sitting to the right of Navarro's, looks it over. No, he's going to take himself. He's got some blocking, trying to get to the outside and into the end zone on touchdown. Navarros. That's his second rushing touchdown in the last few minutes, and the Raiders have gone from a deficit to leading the ball game with only 27 seconds to go to halftime.
Well, that was a tough job there by the Panther defense, Terry. Getting the ball around the 25-yard line. They were doing a good job there, using the clock. The clock was working against the Raiders, and they held them as long as possible. But when you get the ball in good field position like that, it's kind of a difficult place to make a stop.
All right, the extra point attempt coming up here as the Raiders try to tack on one more before halftime. And the kick is up and good. And so with 27.3 seconds to go, the Raiders lead 21-14.
The 2010 census is an exciting milestone for America. It promises to deliver accurate information about our diverse and growing population. And it's important for the future of every community.
All right, the Raiders are going to kick off to the Panthers. Rojas and Cervantes. Last time this happened, Carlos, this kicker just put it out of the end zone.
That wind has not slowed down at all.
No, not at all. And as they say, Baez kicking off, number 32. Just a line drive, goodbye, it's out of here. And that doesn't take any time. We come to the 20, let's try it all over again. The last time the Panthers were there, things were not so good. Well, here we go. Just a few seconds to go to the end of the halftime. The Panthers do have a timeout. And let's see if they're going to call anything wild and crazy here. Man in motion, nope. Inside handoff. Maybe a yard. It looks like Ralph Garcia might have got the football. And unless the Raiders stop, or the Panthers, and that's actually Ryan Flores, but the clock is just going to continue to go. We're down to about 15 seconds. And unless the Panthers stop it, the Raiders can't. No, we're down under 5 seconds, and we will go to halftime. This halftime score will be the Raiders 21, the Panthers 14.
Guilty as charged.
Again, Zach Flores is the quarterback, number 10. He's going to send a man in motion. He's going to roll it. Oh! Oh, hello!
You are not from the north side.
not from the south side.
And we're not from the east side.
Inside handoff, 30-yard line, 35 to the corner to the 40. He might go 45-yard line to the end zone, touchdown.
We are Weslaco.
Welcome back to Sam Stadium here in Brownsville, Texas. Terry Beidler along with Carlos Robledo. Halftime score. The Raiders 21, the Panthers 14. The Raiders scored with 27.3 seconds to go, and Carlos, they lead by 7.
Yeah, the big difference in that football game is just the turnover. The Panthers had that one turnover deep in their own territory, and the Raiders were able to capitalize off of that. And that's why they have 7 more points. But other than that, it's been a pretty even ball game. The defense has been doing a good job for the Panthers. Offensively, they put up a couple of scores and just need to hold on to the ball here in the second half.
Well, the Raiders are going the same direction. They're going from left to right on your TV screen as they start the third quarter. Every time they kick the ball this way, it's out of the end zone.
Yeah, and they'll have the wind.
For the third,
Panthers will for the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Raiders will have it for the third. So that could be a play. That could play a factor because we saw the Raiders here in that first half not passing much against the wind. Once they got the win, they kind of opened it up a little bit. But you really, what's been most effective for them has been that running game.
I don't remember the Panthers punting all night long. I have not remember a punt all night long. They've gave up the ball on a missed field goal once, and also on a fumble during this ball game.
And that win might help with that field goal because that field goal would have been good if it just had been a little bit higher because it certainly was it was close. Had enough yards.
All right, here we go to start the second half here at Sam Stadium. Whoa, I don't know if he was going for the goalpost, just underneath the goalpost, but out of the play. And one more time, the third time in a row, the Panthers are going to start this at the 20-yard line. Let's see if there's been any adjustments in the halftime locker. One of the last times the Panthers had the ball down that deep, they lost it on a fumble, and the Raiders I think went about 27 yards in, and I tell you the Panthers stretched them out, made them work for it, but in the end they did score. De Leon comes out with the play. Nathan Alvarado has gone all the way as the quarterback under center here. In motion, no, inside handoff, and some room up to the 33-yard line. That is Ralph Garcia again. That's his second big run of the night, and that's a first down for the Panthers.
Well, the Panthers have to come up here a little fired up here in the second half, have to be disappointed because they gave up that late touchdown in the second half, the second quarter, I should say. But they come out here a little bit more fired up, and that's what they're going to need. They're going to have to match that intensity of the Rivera Raiders. You got to remember the Raiders are playing for something here tonight. They're still in the hunt for a playoff spot.
All right, Alvarado again. I formation this time. Second man, the deep back. I believe that's Flores. And boy, he got stood up just as he tried to get to the line of scrimmage. Gang tackling that time by the Raiders, and a loss maybe of a yard or so on the play.
Yeah, he goes into a big brick wall there. The Rivera Raiders, and they do a good job of stuffing things up the middle. Ryan Flores tucks that ball away, though. One of the things you don't really notice is that he protects that football there on that play.
It's the first injury we've actually had tonight. That's the first time we've actually stopped the clock for any player down. We thought maybe there might be some cramping, and the wind has really kind of kept the humidity at bay so far this evening, and we kept expecting a cold front. It just hasn't come yet.
Yeah, I was watching the news here tonight to see if he was going to come in, and they said it could be one of those deals where it comes in late tonight,
right,
early tomorrow.
Yeah, number 54 for the Raiders is up, and he runs off the field. He says, I'm not going to, that must be a gamer there. Number 54 is Marcus Davila. Here we go. Actually, he gained it. Looks like he gained a yard or so on the play, Carlos. It looks like it's going to be second down and maybe 8. I thought maybe he lost yardage on that last play, but they give him a good spot. Now there's that 3-man shift over to the left side this time. And it's, a little reverse action. Rojas cuts it up the middle. Maybe gets up to the 38-yard line. John Rojas that time on a misdirection play.
Yeah, Nathan Alvarado comes up, and he's going to look like he's going to pitch the ball. Instead, he just gives it to John Rojas, but that's one of those plays where you're watching the quarterback and you're following the quarterback with your eyes. You're a linebacker. You're going to go in the wrong direction, and the running back's going to go right by you. You got to key. Sometimes when you're playing defense, you got to key on those offensive linemen.
Actually, it wasn't Rojas. It was number 23, Francisco Jimenez. I thought it was Rojas, but as I saw him get up off the pile, I saw the 2-3 as opposed to the 2-2 that John Rojas wears. Third down and about 4 or 5 yards to go in motion. They fake, and Alvarado's going to throw. He's got a receiver. Oh, then he goes down. He gets sacked back at about the 34-yard line. He had a receiver, Martinez, down the field, but he didn't get a chance to throw it. And now it's going to bring up 4th down, and for about the first time tonight, Sabino Reno is going to go out there and try to kick the ball.
Well, that was one of those plays, even if they gave him enough time, Terry, he really didn't have anything down the field. Good coverage there by the Raider defense as he was looking to go down the field, and yeah, he needed to get that first down, needed about 9 yards, but there was nothing doing. The pocket collapsed on him, and if he throws that one up there, it could have been a turnover.
I'll tell you who's going to run the ball. It's Nate Navarez, who listed in the program as a wide receiver, but he's been a quarterback tonight, and he's scored a couple of touchdowns already in the ballgame. And Navarez is going to try to field the kick at about the 39-yard line into the wind here. Good snapback. Oh, nice high boom. Let's see if the special teams can get down. And a great bounce for the Panthers. I only saw one Panther down, and that ball was kicked pretty high in the air. But luckily, there's no run back, and the Raiders will get the ball at, looks like, about the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice punt. You know, that's one of those kicks where you don't know what's going to happen because you're punting against a strong wind, but that one went quite a distance.
Yep, Sabino Reyna is the punter. And so let's see if we can stop. Let's see if we made any adjustments, and let's see if we can stop this Raider offense. It's put 21 points on the board in the first half, and all running, basically. Their pass game really was non-existent. All right, looks like Navarez is going to get the start at the second half. No, it's going to be Sanchez out to big number 97. He goes down. I've been watching this guy in the pregame. He is huge. He's a tight end, 97, Edward Blanco. He's just a junior.
One of those guys, you know, you got those big old bruising types, and those are the type of receivers that you see in the NFL now. You know, those 6'2", 6'4", 200 and some guys, 215, 220 pounds, and he looks like, I don't think he's 215 or 220, but he certainly does have the height.
Navarez is back as the quarterback. J.J. Sanchez threw that ball. He comes out of the play, and Navarez, who has been very effective tonight, going to take the snap. Hands off to Govea. And this time the Panthers are going to wrap him up at about the 35-yard line. Good gang tackling this time by the Panthers. One of the Panthers comes away with the ball, but Eric Hernandez, but it's going to be marked as down. Not much gain by Govea that time.
And here we go. Let's see what the Panther defense can do right here, because they're going to come out here on a 3rd down, about 5-6 yards to go, and they're going to try to make a stop right here. If they can do this, they can put the Panther offense back on the football field and also make a statement here in the second half if they come to play.
All right, Navarez has got a split formation, 2 receivers to each side. He's going to take off and run an option. He's still trying to get outside the Panthers. Whoa, almost have him down. Oh, he reverses his field. The Panthers in pursuit again. I'll tell you what, Navarez and fumbled. I think Navarez got it back, but I want to tell you, that was a long run for only going backwards about 5.
Yeah, well, he came over here to the near side of the field, and there was really nothing for him, but he was able to get away from one of our tacklers, and then he keeps his feet going. Good job by him. But what about the Weslaco Panther defense? They continue. They never give up on the play, and the pursuit finally catches up to him. And here we go. We talked about a statement early on here in the second half. The Panther defense makes it right there.
He lost 8 yards on the play. They had 3rd and 5. Now it's 4th and 13. Line of scrimmage is at the about the 27-yard line. They've got a good kicker, but see if he gets, well, that's not a big kick. And Cervantes at the 35, trying to get to the outside, cuts up maybe to the 40, actually about to the 43, 44-yard line. And whoa, we got a little extracurriculars going on in the middle there, but I haven't seen the yellow hanky come out. Immediately the coach is trying to break this thing up.
Yeah, you don't want anything going on right here. You don't want any flags or anything, because you got the ball in really good field position. And the Panther offense, look at these guys. They come out there. They're pretty fired up. Look at number 52 right there. He looks like he's ready to get right back into this football game, get back on there in that line of scrimmage and hit someone in a black jersey.
Yep, here we go. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage at about the 46-yard line here. Cervantes in motion. No, inside handoff again. I believe that's Ralph Garcia. Normally takes it. He might have got a yard at the most.
And that's number 50 again right there. I don't have his name. I lost my roster in this win, but he did a good job right there of just stuffing things up the middle, and that's why the Panthers couldn't do much.
Actually, it was Servando Herrera, so I'm losing track of that. Number 50 is Tony Chapa.
Tony Chapa, okay.
Tony Chapa. So we'll keep that name in mind. Actually, he was given one on the play. 2nd down and 9. Hand off to Ryan Flores, cuts back against the grain. Still trying to push himself forward. He might have got a yard at the very most, but Ryan, he met 3 or 4 black tacklers again.
You know, this Tony Chapa guy over there for the Raiders, he reminds me of a dominant player that we saw for Alabama block a couple of field goals this past weekend. I mean, now that guy's 365 pounds. Tony Chapa's not that big, but he's a big boy. Chapa is at the high school level, certainly.
3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. Ball right near midfield between the 49 and 50. And let's see what Navarez and the Panthers are going to do. Or actually, Nathan Alvarado and the Panthers are going to do. Little pitch out, got some blocking at the 50. Cutting back at the 45, that's Rojas, 40, 35, and out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, John Rojas. And I thought he got thrown out by his face mask, but they didn't call anything.
Good blocking on this side of the field. He comes out here and he uses his blockers. Nice patience by John Rojas to let the play develop, let the blockers put those purple jerseys, those purple helmets against those black helmets over there. He got some blocking down the field, and then he was patient with that. Able to pick up a 1st down and a whole lot more.
John Rojas, he's a home run hitter. He gets them in spurts. And the ball is at the 32-yard line of the Raiders, so the Panthers trying to tie this thing up. Every time a team scores, the other team seems to respond to it and come back the other way. Rojas, inside hand up, Ralph Garcia to some running room inside the 20. Down inside to about the 12-yard line. Ralph Garcia is showing some quick feet.
Yeah, and now the Rivera defense, they look confused. They don't know where the ball's coming from. You know, is it going to be around the side or up the middle? Ralph Garcia doing a good job of finding his spots, picking up a little seam up the middle, and just motoring down the field.
This is as quick as I've seen him. I'll tell you what, and if Garcia becomes a weapon, boy, that makes Rojas just twice as tough, because then you don't know where you're coming in. Rojas, like I said, he can take it the distance anytime. All right, good play by the Panthers, down to about the 12-yard line, 1st down and 10. Man in motion. This time it's Rojas behind his traffic. Inside the 10, I believe. No, now they push him back. I thought he had it inside the 10, but they pushed him back. Let's see where the forward progress is. Actually, he got about to the 10-yard line, Carlos. They actually pushed him back to the 15, but the scoreboard is showing 11.
This is where you need that offensive line to start to take over things here. That Raider defense has to be tired. Their 2nd time out on the field in the 2nd half. And this offensive line for Weslaco, they still have a little spring in their step.
2nd down and 9 from the 11-yard line. And motion again, they're going to throw. Over here they got a receiver, that's Rojas, and a little pass going on there between Rojas and number 2 for Rivera. That is Bermudez, Martin Bermudez. And looked like the pass might have been just a little bit behind him.
Yeah, well, they threw it out there. Rojas really wasn't ready for it, but he knew the ball was coming. He turns around. He had to turn defender because that one hit the back of the Rivera Raider.
All right, 3rd down and 9 from the 12-yard line. And we're going to have a timeout here as the Panthers have a very important decision to make here as to what they're going to do.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
La educación en una carrera técnica ofrece entrenamiento activo.
Construyendo mi futuro. Diseño de tecnología me da la experiencia de un trabajo real.
Un paso adelante para obtener el futuro como siempre había soñado.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
Yo tengo la llave.
Para más información, comunícate con el consejero de tu escuela o con el departamento de las carreras técnicas.
3rd down and 9 for the Panthers. Ball on between the 11 and 12-yard line. And a timeout call by the Panthers. Let's see if they're on the same page in the playbook here. 4:32 to go to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's been a very quick 3rd quarter. In fact, it's not even 9 o'clock local time here, and we're getting toward the 4th quarter.
A lot of running in this football game. That usually kills the clock.
Alvarado, tight formation, man in motion. Fake the hand up, we got a pitch out coming. 15 trying to get outside, 10-yard line. Rojas trying to jump a man and he might have got to the 10, didn't gain much. Give a good job to Rivera for stretching that play out, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And are they going to go for the field goal, or are they going to go for the touchdown here, or the first down? Now they are against the wind, but this is almost chip shot range. Ball at the 50, or actually, yeah, they're about the 10-yard line. This would be a 27-yarder if they tried it.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it though here, Terry. You know, down by 7 points. Their offense has been moving well down the field. This is a drive that started, about the 25-yard line. No, actually about the 35-yard line after the punt.
Well, they're going to have to hustle. They only got 3 seconds on the play clock, and now they're going to have to waste another timeout. I mean, waste it. And so timeout on the field with the score 21-14, and the Panthers are going to discuss it again.
On April 1st, 2010, our nation will be counted. Every person, whoever they are, wherever they live. And what we learn will transform what we know about ourselves. The 2010 census, it's a new portrait of America.
Well, if we break the huddle out of the timeout, I do not see a field goal kicker on the field. So it is going to be
like I said,
all
Terry,
for nothing here.
They've been moving the ball well on this drive, and the defense has played well also. So even if they don't get the first down or the touchdown, defense has to hold them. They've been doing it all game.
Yep. 4th down and about 7 to go here. Rojas in motion, inside hand up to Ralph Garcia, into the end zone, touchdown. They fooled them all. Ralph Garcia, how about that? He deserved that one. A 10-yard run, and the Panthers are on the board again. Wow.
Yeah, and you want to show a little bit of confidence to your football team and show them what you got. You're moving the ball down the field after the punt, and on 4th down and long, you give it to your Panther football team. You say, hey, go in there and get some points on the board. That's the type of confidence I have in you.
Ralph Garcia is having a career or a season night here. He's done a great job. He has really been the spark plug here. Here's the kick by Bocanegra. Getting through. No, they say no good. And there's an extra point that might play a big part of this ball game. 21-20 is our score. The Raiders up by 1.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer. I want to be a registered nurse. I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of dreams.
The Career and Technical Education Programs
has a class for you. Sign up for K classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
.418 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see how that extra point is going to play into the final statistics of this game. But we've got a lot of football left to play here. We've got over 16 minutes of football, and I don't think 21-20 is going to be the final score.
Yeah, this is turning into a little track meet right here. But if I like my chances if I'm the Weslaco Panthers. The only difference, the only reason why the Raiders are up is because of that turnover in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, right. Yep. Or they only had a 27-yard field to go. Against the wind, the ball is out to about the 25-yard line. They dropped it, they get it up again, but the receiver, that's number 13. I thought it was number 12, Navarez, for a minute, but he had an extra number on there, 13, Tony Longoria. And a break for the Panthers because he got no run back at all.
Yeah, we'll see what the Panther defense here can do. See if they can make another stop of the Raiders. They stopped them last time, and that's what sparked the drive because they had to punt. So let's see if they can do that again. You got to remember, the Raiders so far have not scored here in the 2nd half.
Actually, the big play in that last drive of the Raiders was that 8-yard sack that they were able to get on Navarez on 3rd down. And we've got a flag. You know, we have not hardly had any flags for illegal procedure, offsides, any of those kind of little penalties you'd expect to see all night long. And there have not been that many penalties. Let's see what this one's about. That kind of came in quick.
I think they were going to call an illegal substitution. They're probably going to wave this one off. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there is, that was kind of a surprise flag that came into the pile there. So let's try it over again. The line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line. J.J. Sanchez is back in there as a quarterback. He's the throwing quarterback. No, he fakes and he's going to throw. Down the midfield, he's got a receiver out there, and that is, Sabino Reyna. And Navarez and Sabino won that battle. Well, I tell you, Navarez, he does everything for that team.
Well, you're going to go out there, you're going to try to run on Sabino Reyna, but you got to remember this is the guy from the track team, so you're not going to outrun him, and you got the win with you, but you're going to have to make a better throw than that. Sabino Reyna all over that ball, knocked that one at the last second.
But give Navarez, this guy is, he plays a great quarterback, and he's done a good job as a receiver tonight. But Sanchez, just a little bit short on that pass. Let's try it again here. Hand off. Gobert, he's got some running room, and he's tripped up. Gets up to maybe the 35-yard line. He's going to be real close to a first down.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. They got away from the running game there. You got to remember, they only had a short field to work with, a 27-yard drive, but the last time they put points on the board, it was the running game that sparked that attack.
Well, it's third down and about 2 yards to go for Brownsville Rivera, and let's see if they keep the ball on the ground or not. They have been a grinded-out team that's been the most effective for them tonight. Navarez, number 12, and I don't know if he's going to call timeout or not. Nope. Yeah, he finally is, as the clock got down to 1 second. And Navarez is back as a quarterback, and of course, he's the running quarterback. Timeout with the score, the Raiders 21, the Panthers 20.
Tired of just sitting and not doing anything with your life? Become proficient in the medical field. Learn the electronic configurations of a car. Acquire the skills of construction. Design and build your own computer. Become the broadcasters of tomorrow. For additional information, contact your counselor or career and technical department.
All right, the Raiders come in. What was that all about, Carlos? I saw him move the ball back 5 yards. Was there a penalty out there?
Yep, now they call an illegal substitution against the Raiders.
Wow.
Now they get that call.
That's a big penalty. Instead of third down and real short, now the Panthers, it can go after him. It's third down and about 7 to go. Ball at the 29-yard line. They're going to throw over the middle. Got a wide open receiver out there, and that's that big tight end, and he's going to be close. R.C. Cervantes chopped him down, but he might have been able to move the sticks that time. That's a big number 97, and that is Edward Blanco.
And what he did, Blanco right there, just kind of found a little soft spot in the defense. And the reason why there was a soft spot is because you had some penetration. You had a blitzing linebacker go in there, so he found the soft spot right there where the linebacker normally would be.
First and 10 from the 38-yard line. The Raiders and the Panthers in a close one. Hand off to Gobert. Whoa, did he get stopped right now? And I'm looking at underneath the pile, and that's big number 68 for Weslaco, Michael Zuniga. He was on the ground, and he's the one who stopped him.
Yeah, you got some big boys over there in the black jerseys, but the guys over here in the white and purple, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job of going up against these guys. These guys have to be about 300 pounds.
They're big boys. Zuniga was on the ground when he made the tackle, maybe a half a yard at the most. 38-yard line is where the ball is. Second down and about 9. Here, a little pitch back. Can they get him? Finally, they got him. I thought they had him originally for the line of scrimmage. That's number 35 taking off with the football, and he didn't get anything on the play. That's Alex Moran, and not much gain on the play.
What a dangerous play.
Yeah.
Your quarterback's going one way and the running back's going in the other, and you just shovel pass it to him, and it's dangerous because you had one of the Panthers in the backfield, and he was, they're lucky that was not a turnover.
All right, the ball still between the 38, 39-yard line. This is another third down and long, 3rd and 9. They might be going back to that tight end again. Let's see what happens. No, they dropped the ball, and now Navarez is scrambling. He's going to take off and try to get to the outside. He breaks. Oh, good shoestring tackle by Sabino Reyna, and they are short of the first down. Sabino, and it's been hard to knock this guy down tonight, but Sabino got him.
Sabino Reyna with a couple of nice plays on this drive right here. First, he knocks the ball away, and then this one right here with the quarterback scrambling, he makes a shoestring tackle, and good job by him. If not, the Raiders could continue this drive, but instead the Panthers getting the ball back again.
R.C. Cervantes is back at about his 30-yard line. Remember, they've still got the win for about another minute and 12 seconds, and in the fourth quarter, the Panthers get it. Good snapback right straight to the kicker. but he didn't get much on the kick. Kind of a low one, line drive. Cervantes picks it up at about the 14-yard line, trying to bring it up the middle. There he goes, 25-30 down the sideline, still on his feet, and up over midfield and into Raider territory. By far and away the best Panther return of a punt all season long. R.C. Cervantes.
What a tremendous play by Cervantes. First of all, this is one of those balls that could have rolled into the end zone. If he lets it go, maybe rolls into the end zone, maybe dies around the 10-yard line. He picks it up to say, you know what, I don't want it to go inside the 5, and then he returns it all the way to the 46, 47-yard line. Wow, now the Panthers are in great field position.
Yeah, he picked it up at the 14-yard line. Handoff. That is Ryan Flores, still on his feet, spins. Oh, thought they had him in the helmet. Ryan still diving for yardage down to about the 35-yard line. Good run that time by Ryan Flores.
You know, you talk about the Weslaco Panthers dominating the second half against San Benito. Well, here we go, dominating another second half. The Raiders have not been able to do much. A couple of punts for them, and now the Panthers trying to take the lead right here, down 21-20.
45.1. Now the clock is running down. We might only have another couple of plays. The Panthers have had to use 2 timeouts in this quarter, so they've only got 1 left as they come to the line of scrimmage here. Alvarado with a couple of men in motion. Rojas hands off behind his blocker. Servando Herrera up in front of him, jumps a man, gets down to about the, maybe the 30-yard line. Servando Herrera leading the interference for John Rojas.
And you know, it's been a while since I've done a Weslaco Panther game, but this Herrera guy is just doing a tremendous job, Terry. Don't remember talking much about him during the beginning of the season when I was following the Panthers, but here we go. He's making a name for himself here the second half of the season.
That does it. We're after 3 quarters of play. It is the Raiders 21, the Panthers 20.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Garrett class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you!
When we start the 4th quarter, the Panthers will have the ball on the 31-yard line. Looks like about 2nd down and 6 for Weslaco. And once again, their offensive statistics tonight, especially on the running game, have been very good. I'm not sure if they've completed a pass yet tonight, maybe 1. They've tried a few. Here we go, Alvarado, handoff. Inside, Ralph Garcia again. Ralph trying to get something. He gets inside the 30 to about the 29 or 28-yard line, and he gets up from the pile.
Yeah, it looks like that's one of those plays, Terry, where they're trying to set him up to the outside, running the inside a couple of times and bounce to the outside on the next play.
Ralph Garcia has had a great night tonight running the football, scored a touchdown. We're down to, we're just underway. This is only the 2nd play of the 4th quarter. One the Panthers pride themselves on. 3rd down and short, inside. No, that's Rojas behind some traffic. And he's still trying to run. I don't know if John got anything on that play, but he was trying. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the last time they had 4th down, it was Ralph Garcia scoring a touchdown, I believe, after a timeout was called.
And this is usually where Coach Villarreal likes to use his timeouts, in critical situations like this. But in a tight game like this game, the way it's going, he might want to save that timeout for later on in the game.
Yeah, he's only got 1. He had to use up 2 in that 3rd quarter. And they're coming out of the huddle slow. We're down to about 8 seconds on the play clock on a 4th down play here. Hand off to Ryan Flores. He's got some blocking inside. Just puts the helmet down. And I don't know if that's a fumble or not. I think it is. That is another very key turnover. Ryan Flores is still down. Ryan got hurt on the play. He got hit in the head. So another turnover at a very critical time for the Panthers, and Ryan Flores is injured.
Just a hit come up from the safety. He came up here to try to stop the play. Ryan Flores already had the 1st down, and now he's down on the field.
If they show a replay, it looked like he was hit right in the helmet, and he got the ball jarred loose. He had the 1st down, Carlos. Had the 1st down, and is that an EMT or something out there? Is calling for, I'm not sure what they're calling for.
Oh, he's all right.
Yeah. But it looks like the coaching staff, Coach Tony V is out there.
He's got a little shaken up there. It's a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
but he's all right.
Limping a little bit, favoring one of his legs, but yep, that's going to bring the defense back on the field. And I don't know, has the Raiders turned the ball over yet tonight? I don't think they have. We need to get one of our turnovers going the other way here because, boy, we got the ball down inside the 30-yard line, and Ryan had a first down for us, and wow, up popped the fumble. So here we go. The Raiders coming the other way. Sanchez is the quarterback. Little movement, hands off to Govea, and this time the Panthers are going to gang tackle him. He might have got a yard or two. That's about it.
You know, and here we are, and it's in the fourth quarter at about 10:28 left in the game here, Terry, but the Panthers, despite those 2 turnovers, still in this contest. If they can make a little stop right here, get the ball back, and there's still a lot of game to be played here. You kind of look on the other end, and they're a little deflated over there, the Weslaco Panthers, but the coach needed to just tell them, hey, we're still in this football game.
Fourth down, ball at about the 25-yard line. They're going to throw Sanchez off to the flat, catches the ball, and the Panther. Well, that is Navarez, and he's still on his feet trying to get outside. Finally, they bring him down. This guy's been a tough target to bring down tonight, and Navarez, who plays quarterback and wide receiver, caught the ball. The Panthers did bring him down, and I believe he lost a couple of yards on the play.
Well, Jerry Bazan, you got to take your hat off to him. Jerry Bazan, he hit him one time, and he was able to just get away from him, and then he comes right back. Bazan does to make the tackle.
Third down and about 8 or 9 to go. They lost a couple on the play. And here's a big play again into the wind. J.J. Sanchez is the quarterback, but remember, Navarez is going to be out there as a wide receiver. He does about everything for this team. Very versatile player. Sanchez is going to roll, still rolling. Got the ball in the air, get it out to the 30-yard line out of bounds, and I think they're going to get the first down here. Knocked out of bounds at about the 32 or 33-yard line. It's going to be close, Carlos, for a first down.
Yeah, they go to that big tight end again, Chapa, over there for the Rivera Raiders, and Chapa's one of those big boys. He makes the catch, and then he still picks up a few more yards afterwards. The first down definitely made the catch right around that first down marker, then he picks up a few more yards after that.
Yeah, he got it up to the 33-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will get the ball, first and 10. Hand off to Govea, and he's got some righties up over the 40 to about the 42-yard line. And he's been a big runner. He's held on to the ball really well. And one more time, that I'll tell you what, the players have been kind of pushing on each other a little bit. I'm hoping it doesn't break loose, because it could hurt either team if they were to pick up a 15-yard unsportsmanlike.
A little correction, the previous catch that was made by the tight end was Blanco, actually, not Chapa, but Blanco.
All right, a big gain that time, about 8 or 9 yards, up second down at 1. The ball is up to about the 41 or 42-yard line. The Raiders, again, running the football effectively. They're going to take off. The quarterback's going to keep this one. That is Navarro. Oh, nice chop block, or chop tackle. I believe that's Sabino Reyna again. That's number 34 this time, not 24.
Enciso, Leonel Enciso.
Yep.
He came up here and he made the tackle, the outside strong safety. He's listed as a strong safety, probably playing corner right there with a nice open field tackle. He makes it third and short, Terry.
Yeah,
if he doesn't make that nice tackle, it's a first down.
It was second and short before, wasn't it?
Yep.
It didn't get much on the play. And when they run, you know it's Navarro. When they pass, you know it's Sanchez. Third down and just extremely short yardage to go for the Raiders. Hand off to Govea, trying to get outside. Now he does. Dominic Elmore gets him in pursuit from behind, but they get the first down into Panther territory at about the 47 or 46-yard line. Dominic Elmore again kind of coming in from behind and making the tackle.
Couple of big first down by the Raiders on this drive. And sometimes, your games are defined by what you do on third down, and so far the Raiders here in the fourth quarter have made the most out of third down opportunities. First it was Blanco, this time Govea with a nice little run for the first.
All this after a fumble. Turnover by the Panthers. Ball on the 47-yard line in Panther territory. 21-20, anybody's ball game. That's Sanchez. He's going to throw over the middle and gets a receiver and down inside the 40. I don't know if he fumbled the ball or not, but that is the big tight end, Blanco.
Blanco once again, and he's made a name for himself here. 3 big catches for him. He had a couple on third down, this one on first down. I don't know why they don't go to him a couple of more times. He picks up, about 11 yards. First down's coming pretty easy now here for the Raiders. They found something, a little combination of passing on first down and running when they need to.
Edward Blanco had him on the scoreboard. And they're going mostly to their tight end when they do. And Govea again. I tell you what, that surge by the line of the Raiders pushing forward, getting them 3, 4, 5 yards every time.
And what about the play calling also, Terry? It's kind of unpredictable now. Passing on first down, running on second.
Well, Helms is a master. He's been at this for a long time.
Yep.
Coaching the college ranks for many years. University of Illinois.
Yeah, he's the one that had Billy Garza with Boulder Cowboys a few years back.
Shotgun formation this time. Taking off a option play. Navarez, and inside to about the 32, 33-yard line is the Raiders.
And here we go once again with a big third down play for the Panther defense. Let's see what they can do. Of course, the Raiders probably in 4-down territory, but you'd like to make a stop right here on third down, make it difficult on fourth for the Raiders.
3rd and 5, and what they are doing, Carlos, like you said, they're taking time off the clock. The passes are very controlled type passing, and so the clock just keeps moving and moving. The only time it stops is maybe an occasional first down. That's about it. High snap, hand off to Gobea. It's got a surge and the first down. Still going down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Finally wrapped up down there for the Panthers by number 51. I don't even have him on my roster, but he's the one that made the tackle. And all of a sudden, here come the Raiders again, 23-yard line,
yeah,
1st and 10.
He had a snap, and he also had that high snap. And also, the spread formation like that, Terry, our outside linebackers, our defensive end, they go automatically out. Like they want to put pressure on a passing situation. That opens up the middle.
Tony B has just used up his last time out on defense. And the score, 21-20, the Raiders in the lead.
The 2010 census is an exciting milestone for America. It promises to deliver accurate information about our diverse and growing population. And it's important for the future of every community.
Well, big series for the Panthers. They have no more timeouts, and the clock down to 6:04. And the Raiders have taken the wind out of the game by just running the football. 1st and 10. Navarez again. This time he's going to take off and run, trying to get to the outside. 20, 15, 10, cuts back, 5. Another touchdown for Nate Navarez. He's been the show tonight, and the Raiders are up 27-20. Extra point attempt is up and good. So with 5:56 to go in the ball game, the Panthers down by 8. That's just one score, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and we would be right back in this thing.
Yeah, well, the Panther defense doing a good job, but kind of a difficult situation right here. Two turnovers in the game, really been the big difference here for the Panthers, and they had that first down. The ball comes loose, and the Raiders just move down the field. This is their first score in the second half for the Raiders. And Panther defense doing their best here. They still got time, like you said, though, Terry, only down by 8.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of time left, but by the way the teams are playing, though, there haven't been any quick drives. They've been long drives, and
you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get.
That's right, especially if the Raiders get the ball, because they're just very controlled offense. John Rojas and R.C. Cervantes out in the play right now. Now let's see what kind of leg this guy's got, because this time he's got to kick into the wind. The guy that's been doing all the boom kicking as far as the kickoffs are concerned, number 32, Jerry Reyes. They've got 3 or 4 kickers listed on the roster for this team, probably all from the soccer team. So Reyes will kick off to Rojas and Cervantes here. And a very critical point of the football game. 5:56 to go. No, down the middle instead of, right off the arms of one of the Panthers. Martinez picks it up, tries to break the tackle up to the 30. He might have got to the 32-yard line, Joel Martinez, and that's where the Panthers are going to take over the football. 1st and 10 for Weslaco at the 32-yard line. One of the biggest series of the year for the Panthers.
Yeah, Terry, all you got to do is hold on to the ball. I know it's easier said than done because that was just a tremendous hit on that last turnover, but hold on to the ball, and I think they'll be okay because they're moving the ball pretty effectively against the Raiders, and there's plenty of time.
And let's see if Ryan Flores did come back into the game. He was shook up before. They're going to throw Alvarado down the field and catches the ball and the 44-yard line, kind of a Billy Kilmer floater, but Martinez on the catch, and the Panthers are moving the football kind of quickly here, but they need to score.
Yeah, and they were battling out there also, Martinez and the defender, and Coach Villarreal says, hey, man, you should give us some type of holding or penalty, because they were both battling up there, but Martinez comes away with the catch. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
42-yard line handoff to Ryan Flores, who is back in the ball game, and he gets maybe a yard at the most. So Ryan is okay, and that's a good sign. We don't need to lose anybody any more to injury. We've had some pretty critical injuries all year long.
Ryan Flores is the junior on this football team, and he's still holding the ball with just one arm, Terry. And once he starts to feel that contact, he needs to put that other arm around that ball.
Clock moving down to about 5 minutes. Gain of maybe 1 in the play for the Panthers. Now the big shift on to the left. Alvarado. They're going to hand off to Rojas, coming around, looks up the middle, sees an opening, spins, got hit by his own man. Looked like he ran into Larry Cardenas. He did get inside to about the 36-yard line. Might have got more yardage. I don't know.
And here go the Weslaco Panthers moving the ball once again. Need to put points on the board. Critical 3rd down here for them.
Panthers cannot stop the clock. So if they get into a position where the clock or the time clock gets low, I don't know what they're going to do. They may have to just eat the ball and take the penalty because they cannot stop it with a timeout. To the line of scrimmage, Alvarado. Inside handoff to Ralph Garcia, and he's going to be down to the 35. He'll be close to the 1st down, but I think he's going to be just a little bit short, maybe a yard or so. But nice run that time by Ralph Garcia, just inside the 35. And Carlos, 4th down and about 1. This might be the whole ball game for him right here.
Yeah, I think Coach Villarreal knew he had 2 plays to go with. He knew he was going to go for it on 4th down right here. So just trying to get half on that 1 3rd down play. Now try to get the other half right here. Let's see how it goes.
4th down and about 2 yards to go here. Panthers handoff. Nope, something happened there. Illegal procedure possibly. No, Rivera called a timeout. How about that? Hello.
Well, the Raiders know they need to stop right. If they make that stop, the way they've been running this football, they'll probably be able to kill the clock. So they know what's at stake right here. One of the things we haven't seen, and the Panthers used to do this a lot, is the hard count. Where they come up here and they just do the hard count. They pick up 5 yards. They used to do that at least once or twice a game. Haven't seen that at all this year.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's got, for this ball game anyway, and the way the Raiders have been moving the football, this is really the ball game for the Panthers as far as I'm concerned, because the Raiders have been very dominant when they've got the football, especially running the ball, and they're very content to run the ball. All right, we break the huddle again. Panther fans are wanting to see what's going on here. Motion. Nope, Alvarado down the middle. And he overthrows De Leon, and the Raiders take over on downs. Well, the idea was there, but execution didn't work, and here come the Raiders on the field with a chance to try to run the clock out. Now the Panther defense really has to step forward and force a three and out.
Wow, that Raider defense is kind of lucky there because they had to make one stop really here in the second half, and they made it right there. Other than that, the Panthers have played outstanding football here in the second half.
Well, if you're a running team like the Raiders are, really all you need is maybe one first down I look at it this way. A running team, a first down is worth 2 minutes. And if they can get that first down run, there about 3.5 to go, they can run out the clock. Remember, the Panthers can't stop it. Navarro's the quarterback. Oh, he loses the ball. Here's a break. He's got to take off. Here come the Panthers in pursuit. What a play by Weslaco and a break. Oh, my.
You got to remember that it's only an 8-point ball game.
Yes.
Yeah, all the momentum in the world is with the Rivera Raiders, but one bad snap like you saw right there, and this game could change.
And this may force them into something they don't want to do. I'm sure they didn't want to pass the ball.
And what about the center for the Raiders? The past couple of times he's had that tendency to have that high snap.
Well, it's going to take some time off, but like I said, with this kind of a play, even if they do run the ball, I think the Panthers can get the football back. You know, that really was a huge play. It's going to make a first down much more difficult. This time Navarro's is going to take off running, trying to get to the outside. If the Panthers can get him up, and up to maybe the 30-yard line, 31. He's going to be well short of the first down, but that's going to bring up third down. And the Panthers should get the football back if they could stop him.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Helms, it's going to be holding against the Raiders, Terry.
I decline it because you don't want to give them an extra down. You want to get to fourth down as quickly as possible. Well, they're going to take it. Who knows? Because this keeps it down at second down. It gives them an extra play.
Well,
and that's an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah, and exactly. Not only that, but it also stops the clock right there, and it moves them back.
Well, now does it stay stopped? That's the thing. Or does it start up again? And they're breaking the huddle kind of quick, I thought. That's a break in a way. But 2:47, and it's still though second down. Now maybe if they throw the ball up, maybe we can go get an interception. Panthers have had a few interceptions this year. Navarro's handoff to Govea. He breaks a tackle, but like I said, he's just holding on to the football up to maybe the 25-yard line, but that's going to take time off the clock again.
And what do you do if you're Coach Helms? You know, it's third and long right here. Do you want to just run the ball and keep that clock rolling like it's rolling right now at 2:30? Or do you want to pass the ball, risk a couple of things? One, an incompletion, the clock stops. Two, an interception.
And remember also, they are going into the wind. And so if they do have to go to fourth down, their punter has not been that spectacular so far tonight.
They have to get to the 45 for a first down at 2:15 and rolling the clock.
Well, let's see if what Navarro's has. Navarro's has hardly thrown the ball tonight. It's been J.J. Sanchez for the most of the throwing. No, he's going to hand off to Govea again. They're just going to take some time off. That's going to bring up fourth down, but it's only going to give, well, you know something, if the punt is not that good, that's going to give the Panthers almost 2 minutes or maybe a minute and a half or a little bit less. And the Panthers do have some home run hitters. John Rojas, I'm thinking of in particular, and they've got R.C. Cervantes, who, was it last time, Carlos? He ran a punt back very well. He ran it back about 40 yards. But they're going to take, I know they're going to take this clock down. It's 19 on the play clock, and they may even call a timeout. I don't know. The ball is the line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line. They've got nowhere to go. They might as well take as many seconds off the clock. And right now they're just looking at the play clock on the scoreboard. When it gets down to 1, I'm sure they're going to call their final timeout of the ball game. And that's exactly what they did at 1 minute and 14 seconds. This is going to give Carlos the Panthers maybe a minute to negotiate maybe half the field.
Well, all you need is one play.
Yep.
You know, you're down by 8 points right here. All you need is one play. And if you're Coach Villarreal, you got to be happy that you got R.C. Cervantes back there returning kicks for him. He's one of your go-to guys, one of your home run hitters. You talk about them, and then you're going to get, even if he doesn't get in the end zone, you got a couple of plays to work with right here, and you have the win.
Two things that the Panthers absolutely have to do that they've done earlier in the year is they cannot, under any circumstances, run the punter down. They've done that 3 or 4 times this year. And, of course, the other thing is hold on to the football. No turnovers. They've dropped it a couple times tonight, and they've got to absolutely do that. Cervantes back in Panther territory at about the 45. Let's see what kind of kick they get off here. Long count. Maybe trying to force an offside. The Panthers so far patient. There's a good snapback. Here come the Panthers on the run. And it's going to go down to about the, well, boy, he got a tremendous roll on the thing. Down to the 33-yard line. The Panthers have 1 minute, exactly 60 seconds and 67 yards to negotiate. So they need a little bit more than a yard per second here. And where's their passing game? Let's see if they've got one. And let's see how they negotiate. I don't know if they practice this or not. The 1 minute drill.
The 1 minute drill, yeah. They got to put points on the board right here to win this football game, most definitely, and then make a 2-point conversion. So
yeah, both things. All right, here we go. Even got Carlos and I on our feet here. Twin receivers to both sides. Cervantes in motion. And that's Madrigal, the quarterback, a new quarterback at the 40-yard line, to the middle of the field. And Martinez, I don't know about that. Carlos Madrigal, who's more of a passer than Nathan Alvarado, has come in as a quarterback. Panthers down to 40 seconds, and he didn't quite get the first down, so the clock keeps going. Madrigal rolling, still rolling, down the field. Let's see if they can go get this one. Oh, what a catch. I think the Panthers got it at the 20. Joe DeLeon. What a play. No, they're going to call it incomplete now. They took the ball away from DeLeon, and he dropped it. I thought he had it, and I thought he had possession. I thought he had possession of the football. You got to be kidding me. He had the ball, and it's right in front of the Raider bench, and they're going to call
now they're
incomplete.
Going to say incomplete.
Oh, my. Panthers lost about 20 seconds on that, and DeLeon had the ball.
He had the ball, and he was battling down the field. I guess he never had full completion of that ball, full possession of the football. That was a weird play.
Oh, yeah. Alvarado's, actually, Carlos Madrigal, he underthrew it, but I give Joe DeLeon the credit for going after that thing. He never gave up on it. So the ball is on the 43-yard line as one of the Raiders tries to get off the field here. 27.2 seconds to go in the ball game. Madrigal again. Down the field, he's got a receiver. Now, let's see. Well, they actually threw it. The closest one was a Raider. Now that's 4th down, and there's 21.2 seconds to go.
It's 4th down and not even a yard.
Yeah, not even a yard. But because we can't stop the clock, you can't afford to go for that half yard. You know.
Well, actually, you can. You get that first down, the clock will stop.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you get the first down, the clock will stop temporarily, and then you can ground one. You know. They do have the wind with them, but the last 2 passes have been pretty short. 4th down. Biggest play of the game for the Panthers right now. Man in motion is Cervantes. Madrigal stumbles. Well, they're going to bring him down, and that's going to do it. Madrigal is got for loss. I thought maybe he was going to go for a first down out of bounds and then stop the clock that way as well. But with 12.9 seconds to go, the Raiders are going to celebrate another victory in the 2009 season. The Panthers are going to drop to 1-8. So at this point, Carlos, all they have to do is just fall on the ball, and that will end the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line after that last play. And Nate Navarro's, who's been the story tonight, scored 3 touchdowns. Well, they're going to run the ball. Gobea in the pile. Now he falls down, but kind of surprised that he just didn't kneel down. That's going to do it. And the Panthers make an effort, but they fall short and lose by the score of 28-20. Carlos, any final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, this is the first time I've seen the Panthers in a long time, and it looks like it's just a couple of plays that really hurt them here tonight. They were in this football game from beginning to end. They had the lead at one time in this game as well, but it's really just those 2 turnovers, Terry, that are the big difference. Offensively, they moved the ball well. If you take a look at the stats, we don't have them, but they got their yards here tonight. Defensively, they stopped the Rivera Raiders, and this is a team that looks like they're in contention for a playoff spot. And even special teams, R.C. Cervantes doing a good job running the punt returning punts and stuff. So it's a good football team that we have on the football field. All we got to do is just take care of the football.
Okay, thanks a lot. The guys tonight, to be able to mention, that's Val Zamora on the camera. Got Rafael Cavazos up beside me. They're the guys that bring you all the great camera action. My name is Terry Beitler, and on behalf of Carlos Robledo, this is Terry Beitler. Wishing everyone a very pleasant good evening from historic Sam Stadium. The final score tonight, the Brownsville Rivera Raiders 28, the Weslaco Panthers 20. Good night, everybody.